Video. Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to be giving you a presentation today about the infinite possibilities that could potentially happen with VeVe. So today our discussion will be a gander through my mind of what could potentially happen in VeVe. I'm going to give you a few examples of what could happen or what it could look like, and how rarity and mint number could potentially affect different collectibles. So for the first one, I would like to talk about what would happen if you acquire a full set. Well, theoretically, they could implement it to where if you have a full set, you could get a new collectible. For instance, in this case, say one set was, or say a full set was Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, and if you had those two together and it completed the full set, they would give you a Yoda. And one way to keep the checks and balances in place is you could have it to where if a mint number is already been used, then that mint can no longer that collectible can no longer be used to create a new collectible. So say for instance we had a mint number 50 Luke Skywalker and a mint number 50 Han Solo, and it made this Yoda, you would no longer be able to use either one of those collectibles to make Yoda from that full set. And I'm gonna coin the term here. The collectibles that have not been used to make a full set yet are going to be called virgin collectibles, and those will theoretically sell for a higher value because they still have a use case for them. The next thing is going to be the addition of different elements. So for instance, you could have gold or emerald or onyx, and you're going to be able to mix those to change the appearance of those collectibles. So for instance, if you go back to the Disney drop and say for instance you got a normal R2D2 and they had it to where you could buy different elements in the store, and say for instance you bought a gold, well then you'd be able to mix your R2D2 with the gold to give you a gold R2D2. And you could have a gold Yu-Gi-Oh card, or say for instance if they had a Pokemon ball and they were selling diamonds, you would be able to combine the Pokeball with the diamond to get a gold Pokeball. And maybe they could have it to where if you have a gold Pokeball, it gives you a higher percentage on points earned, or it requires less of you to stake to get to a certain tier or something like that. They could add more functionality to the different appearances, or yeah, the different gems and stuff that you combine with the collectible for more usability. The next thing that they could potentially add is you could fuse certain collectibles together. So say for instance you had a Goku and a Vegeta, and you mix them both together and you get a Gogeta. That would take the Goku and the Vegeta out of the circulation, or the set, and you would have a Gogeta. The next thing that they could potentially do is they could have a special events to where, say for instance, they want to burn 2 times the amount from the store or from the market. So say for instance if it's normally 10% that's burned from the store, well they could have it to where it's 20% burned. Or if 3% is normally burned in the secondhand market, they can make it to where it's 6% of the Omi token is burned. The next thing that they could potentially do is they could start adding card packs to the app. So say for instance, and they could sell it for a certain duration. So instead of having, let's just say they had 50,000 cards, or 50,000 card packs minted, what they could do is they could say, okay, we'll sell as many card packs as we want for 2 weeks, and say the set is 243 cards, and each pack has 10 cards in it. Well, what you could do is you can specify, or you can give a weight to a certain rarity of card being pulled from that card pack. And if you have, say for instance, if you have a higher tier, you're in tier 3, you could theoretically get you have a higher chance of pulling a secret rare or something like that. And if you want, you can hold on to the card pack, and then you can sell the card pack to someone else at a later date. Not You don't even have to open the card pack. And that's my thoughts on what could potentially happen so far. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.